Today's 1000-second day to come share lessons to learn. I'm learning how to support your dreams, your goals, and how to become the person that you want to become. Today, I speak about one beautiful word, and what that beautiful word is: re-engage. Re-engage. Of course, be able to engage in activities, and sometimes the most important thing is not to engage, is to re-engage. Sometimes we're doing amazing things, but for some reason we need to stop, for external reasons, for personal reasons, for any reasons whatsoever. And we sometimes need to say, okay, I did my best, and now it's time for me to re-engage in the things that I used to do to make sure that I'm able to position ourselves in the best possible way to succeed. So what are the things that we always need to ask ourselves? What do I need to re-engage? What I used to do in the past that used to work? What things I need to re-engage? Because there's a lot of things sometimes we think that, okay, we're doing things in the right way, but for some reason we stop them. Because some things we don't need to do every single day. Sometimes we need to do things every single month, and maybe that falls out of our real mind. And we really need to reflect, what do we need to re-engage right now in our lives? And today we'll share the areas of our life that we need to re-engage or really reconsider or reflect on to make sure that we do not miss important things to re-engage on. Number one is physical health and wellness. So that means, of course, do you need to re-engage on your regular exercise, on what kind of exercises, on some kind of routines, habits? Because this is very important to engage. Maybe eating habits, healthy eating habits. Maybe you used to eat very healthy, but now you follow the wagon because I know that we have a lot of times all or nothing mindset. We do exercises, everything perfectly, and then we don't exercise at all. We eat perfectly, and then we don't eat very well at all. So being able to re-engage healthy habits regarding the sleep as well, making sure that we're able to really take care of our physical health. And we always need to reflect and re-engage. That means that I think that health is always need to be in that priority list to reflect on and what to say, what do I need to re-engage in that area of my life. Second thing is mental and emotional well-being, because we always say that we need to understand that there's like mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and physical health. And we always need to look in those and re-engage some kind of activities. Spiritual health, it might be that you need to really take your book, make your Bible, or maybe other book that you read, really re-engage your activities, really improves your spirituality, improves your well-being. And at the same time, we need to really do some kind of mindfulness or meditation, being able to be present. So re-engage in activities that allows you to be present, because being present allows you to be in peace, be calm, be present, and be productive and focused and move yourself forward. So of course we want to make sure that we are emotional and mental well-being is in check, and we always need to re-engage activities that allows us to have that health in place. And of course, sometimes we need to look into, okay, what kind of hobbies and interests do I need to re-engage that I used to do in the past that really build my energy up? Because I always say that people burn out because they really try to take energy where there's no energy at all. And that people burn out. So that means we always need to re-engage in activities that really enhances our energy. So that means when you do something that really energizes you, build energy, and then you do something that is drains your energy, sometimes you're able to really balance and sustain it. But if you do all the things that drains energy without doing the things that energize you, of course at some point you will burn out. Number 3 is social connections. That means, who are those people that you need to reconnect? Maybe family, maybe friends, maybe co-workers. Who are those people that you really engage and reconnect and nurture again? Because there is a lot of people that deserve your time. There's a lot of people who don't deserve, and there's a lot of people who deserve it. And we always say, who do I need to re-engage? Who are going to the same direction I go? And who I could really support? Who are the people that I would love to add value to and re-engage? And sometimes, of course, we need to really re-engage in activities that allows us to build new connections. Maybe you used to do a lot of networking, but now you stopped it because you thought, okay, I have enough friends, I have enough network. But now maybe re-engaging those networking activities to really build that new connection is very, very important. At the same time, be able to, okay, what kind of activities do I able to do? For example, volunteering. Volunteering is one of the best way to connect with givers, connect with visionaries, connect with people who add value to people and serve people in the highest possible way. Number 4 is professional and personal development. So that means that we need to understand that we need to re-engage with our goals. So that means that we are looking, okay, I was looking to visualizing our goals, and now we need to re-engage again and do that again and to understand, okay, what kind of goals do I have for myself? What kind of skill sets do I need to develop? What kind of things I need to learn and improve and grow in to make sure that I'm able to achieve my success? And that's why professional and personal development, we always need to re-engage with goals, that we could really pursue the things and pursue the paths that actually allow us to achieve that. And we understand that we are in lifelong learning life. Lifelong learning life. That means that we always need to engage activities that actually allows us to improve. It allows us to grow and become better. At the same time, we never supposed to settle for where we are. We always supposed to say, I am content, but not satisfied. I'm content, but I said that I'm able to be better. Because we need to work until we make him good to better, and until we make better great, and until we're making great the best. And of course, at that moment, you're able to engage activities that really allows us to achieve that. Number 5 is creative expression. That means every single person is different. Every single person has expressions of themselves that they want to express. For example, I love to express myself by speaking. Some other people want to express by writing. Some people want to express themselves by dancing. Some by painting. Something by doing other things. Like every single person has different ways to express themselves. So what are your ways to express yourself and re-engage? Like how often do you really do the things that you really enjoy? Because it could be expressing that you love to express yourself in multiple ways. You want to write, paint, multiple things. And you engage activities that actually allows you to feel alive and do those things, to express yourself. It's very, very important. And sometimes expressing yourself could be even going to nature. Maybe that you don't need to express to other people, you need to express it to yourself. And expressing to yourself is going to do the things that you love. Going and seeing in nature, going to see architecture, going and see the things that you really enjoy. And doing activities could be even going to a gym and exercising, becoming the best version of you physically, could be expressing yourself as well. Number 6 is meaning. Meaning, a lot of times, is part of spirituality, and of course, we need to develop that. Re-engaging in those activities, that spiritual practices. It could be reading a book, praying, like all those things that really allows you to feel that we are on this earth not just for ourselves. We are here to serve, to be the best version of ourselves, not just for ourselves. We are here to re-engage with the understanding, with the purpose, with the meaning, moving ourselves into higher vibrations because we are seeking something more meaningful than ourselves, than money, significance. And I think that's very, very important to re-engage with activities that allows us to really understand that community and service is one of the highest things to achieve in our lives. Number 7 is self-care and balance. That means understanding that there's a lot of things that we need to re-engage in. Engage in understanding and self-awareness, understand what are the boundaries. Because when we start to respect ourselves more and more, sometimes we're able to really tolerate less and less. Because of our standards going into really right places. Because sometimes we say yes when we're supposed to say no. Sometimes we say no when we're supposed to say yes. And that's why we need to understand ourselves. And self-care is very important to really re-engage with boundaries that we're supposed to set ourselves. Re-engage with downtime to ourselves. Re-engage with a reflection in our lives. Because sometimes we forget that we need to reflect. Reflection is something that we're supposed to do on a consistent basis. And if you didn't do for a long time, if you didn't do that for a while, say we need to re-engage with that to make sure that we're able to really live a joyful life. And the last one that I want to mention from the things that I re-engage, and I think that there's of course more than that, but the last thing that I want to mention is that financial stability and planning. we need to re-engage with planning. Really look into what that will be in the future and financial planning. That means what are in my budget. And when I think about planning, we need to understand that we need to have budgets, not just finances. My budget of the finances, my budget of my time, my budget of my other resources like energy. Where my energy goes, because that is the most important resource. Energy, re-engage activities that really allows you to really budget the most important resource in your life. And at the same time, we need to really re-engage activities that planning things. That means re-engage understanding your values, your beliefs, your planning process, your decision making process, and really doing the things necessary that you get the results that you're looking for. So I hope that you really reflect on what kind of things do you feel that you need to re-engage in your life right now, not to wait. Because a lot of times, of course, there's a lot of urgencies that you need to deal with. But we need to ask ourselves, what kind of priorities in my life I need to re-engage today? Because if I will not re-engage my priorities, at some point, it might lead to regret. So I rather miss some of these urgencies than missing priorities. Because a lot of times urgencies will disappoint someone else, but if you miss your priorities, it will disappoint you. And that is again, I will repeat, but a lot of times urgencies will disappoint someone else. But priorities, if you don't focus on your priorities, will make you regretful. So you need to be very careful by really focusing on urgencies and understanding where they're coming from. And of course, when priorities and urgencies are met together, sometimes it's the best time to do that. So I hope you need to reflect on what you need to re-engage, and I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.